We're going to take off our nuts and bolts from the strut. Align your spindle, brake, rotor, caliper with the strut. Now remember the nut side is on our right side, right hand side. Slide it in. Don't force it in. Move around the spindle and the brake rotor. Once it's nice and in, nice and in, put on your nuts. Hand tighten first. Careful not to strip your nuts. Once that's nice and in, you grab your 19 mil wrench, and then you're going to grab your 19 mil socket. Sorry for the lighting. I think in the camera there's a glare because it was raining right now. The sun cleared up, so because of the rain there's a glare, and I'm facing the camera towards the lighting. Tying up. Even distribute the torquiness on both the nuts. Don't just torque right away in one bolt. Now I don't have a torque bar, so I really can't afford one right now at the moment. I know they're $40, but I'm trying to penny pinch. So I'm just gonna hand tighten these until the nut doesn't let me to. Don't force it too much because you might strip it. Next, we'll do the sensor itself and the brake hose. The bracket for the sensor goes in between the bracket from the strut and the brake hose. And the sensor wire has a bracket, so it clips right on, and then you can put it in your your bolt. Hand tighten first, and then we're gonna grab our 12 mil. No, it's not a 12 mil. Sorry about that. I think it's a 14. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a wrench, and it is a 14. Next, we'll do the sway bar link. If this doesn't go in, move it around because it moves, and just stick it in through the hole. Once it does, put in your nut. And then grab your 17 mil wrench. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Lower your jack. Take it out. Bungee cord. Put on the wheel, and we'll move it. Took off the driver's side again because I forgot to put this on here it's real critical for for all of us to put this onto here, because you don't want this to happen. You don't want that plate, even with the car weight on it. You don't want to have that plate at all. It has to be stiff. So now that both sides are done, came out pretty gnarly. And this side. Now push it forward while in gear until you feel the car stop. Since we'll be jacking up the front, you don't want the car to be moving. So put it in gear, and you shouldn't be moving forward. Safety first. Put something underneath the tire so the car won't move. Just pop it like that. Got the car jacked up. Got the jack stand. E-brake. Safety first. Double check everything. Now I'm gonna take off that bolt right there. Get started. 19 millimeter. Don't take it off completely yet. Grab your jack. Take off this carpet right here from the back of the truck. Okay guys, so you want to put a 6 millimeter Allen wrench that's hitting on the frame of the car. And the reason why is because it's pretty tough to unloosen this bolt while trying to unloosen it with the wrench and holding on to the Allen wrench. So what I did was just basically stationed it to the point it's hitting the frame of the car. Put it on the wrench right here, and then I basically grabbed my tool and just snapped it off to the point in which it's just loosened. Once you loosen the bolt, take it out. Tighten it a little bit so it can compress. Yeah, so the consistent of, try to squeeze in the compressors itself. It's pretty hard because you don't have enough space. And then once you compress it a little bit, you jack up the bottom of the shock also a little bit, so you could basically get it out of here. You don't want to ruin the threads at the same time. I was gonna hammer it, but then I realized I didn't want to damage the threads. But there we go. Our diagram, 0308 for the back. We're gonna have to cut off 0.6, which is basically half an inch of the bump stop. Bump stop that came off the shock. It's basically this right here. So that will be diagram B 0.6. So we basically have to cut the top of diagram B. So that goes right here. 0.6, half an inch. I'm gonna measure real quick and then cut it. So 0.6, which is basically a little bit over half an inch, is basically this line right here, this bottom line where you see it, that's basically 1/2 inch right there. It's close enough, so I'm just gonna cut it through there. Once I do, I'm gonna put it back onto the shock right here. Yeah, I need new shocks, but I'll probably do that sometime next year. And then put it back together. Central SCR Turbo. Got my cousin here helping me out.
We're making it happen. We're making it happen.
So running into issues, I couldn't get this inside here, so you have to have both sides jacked up and loosen up the shocks, also bolts, both from the bottom and both from the top, and you got to have a jack in the middle. And once you do, this frame right here, this crossbar goes down, and it gives you room to put your shock and strut. So since we don't have the right spring compressors, these are way too big. We're basically aligning it in a hole and then jacking it up. To the passenger side, same thing. If you don't have the proper compressors, you got to do it this way. Hold on, dude. Este chingazo no está dentro. Okay, so if you don't have the compressors, you got to jack it up. Yeah, it's pretty hard. It's a two-man job because you got to line it right here with the with the hole that goes in here.
Okay, we need the center right now. You got the nipple, right?
I gotta put the this bump stop, this right here.
Oh, you have the